Jordan because I know that many of you heard about the different revolution which happened in different Arabic countries, as Syria, Libya, and Egypt. But thanks for God that Jordan it's a peaceful country. Our king, Abdullah II, all of Jordanian, we love him and we respect him because we know that our king Abdullah II, all the time he tried to make the best for the local people.
Oh.
Jordan, it's not a rich country comparing with all of Arabic countries, but it's a peaceful country. I think it's more important than rich country. And why we love and we respect our leadership, our king Abdullah II. Can I tell you a short story about our king?
Yeah, sure.
Can you imagine that, my friends, sometimes our king Abdullah II, sometimes he wearing a poor clothes and he changing the characteristics of his face, and sometimes he driving a taxi. Can you imagine that the king is driving a taxi? In a Franklin speech, if the king, maybe in the future, he will call me and ask me, Suleiman, do you have any problem? For example, any complaint? Because he, the king will say no, everything is good. But if he, as a driver, I will start to say that I like, I don't like. So, especially we can say that the reason why Jordan is still a peaceful country because we love and we respect our leadership. Let me translate and I will check the
ఈ యొక్క యోర్దాను దేశం గురించి చెబుతూ ఉన్నారు. మా చుట్టుపక్కల అనేకమైన అరబ్ దేశాలు మనం చూసినట్లయితే సిరియా, అటువైపు పాలస్తీనా, మరి అనేకమైన దేశాలు మా చుట్టూ ఉన్నాయి. కానీ ఆ దేశాలంతా గొప్ప దేశం మా దేశం కాకపోవచ్చు ఆర్థికంగా, కానీ మా దేశము ఆ దేశముల కంటే మించినది. ఆనందానికి ఆయన రాత్రులు మరి పూర్వకాలంలో రాజులు ఏది.
The reason why Jordan is still a peaceful country because we love and we respect our leadership. But of course that, my friends, before that we had many and different war. For example, between Jordan and Israel. And the first war, it was in 1948. The second war, it was in 1967. And the third war, they pushed Jordan in this war. It was in 1973. After that, the late King Hussein. I think many of you heard about the late King Hussein. He was a smart and a clever king. So he wrote the contract peace between Jordan and Israel. It was in 1994. From that moment, we become a good friends and a good neighbors.
Yeah.
So my friends, now, after that, as I told you, we wrote the contract peace between Jordan and Israel. It was in 1994, in the time of the late King Hussein. But we can see after that, especially today when we will stop in Mount Nebo, I will show you today, for example, we will see Jericho. And you know that Jericho in Israel and Palestine side. But it's not far away from Mount Nebo, just 27 kilometers. That means we haven't forget that Jordan, Israel, Palestine, Syria and Lebanon before they were one country. They cut it in 4 countries just to make all of these countries become weak. Now, because Jordan became a small country, and all the time, in my opinion, I call Jordan look like open museum because, my friends, we had many and different civilizations. Usually, I don't like to start from 1 million years ago from the Stone Age because we found many caves and so forth, and I don't want to make a headache for you. So I will start from the new one. Yeah. The new one, it was started around 3,000 years ago, and we called it Ammonite civilization. About Ammonites, it was written about it in the Bible. In that time, they changed the name of our capital, Amman. They called it Rabbat Amun. And the name of Amun, it was taking of the name of son of Lut. His name, it was Amun. After Ammonite civilization, we had the Greek, then Hellenistics, then the Roman civilization. Again, in the Roman civilization, they changed the name of our capital, Amman. They called it Philadelphia. Philadelphia first referred to Batlimus Philadelphius. The second thing, that Philadelphia, it was one of the most important Decapolis city, the Roman city. In the beginning of the 4th century, we had the Byzantine civilization. I mean, when the Roman became a Christian. And in the beginning of the 7th century, we had the Islamic civilization, and we still have it. So the reason why we call Jordan look like open museum, because we had many and different civilizations. So now, if we will try to take a map and to try to find Jordan, My friends, really, that Jordan is a small country. And the population of Jordan around 6 million. I know that 6 million comparing with India, for example, it looked like a small town. Yeah? And the persons of a Christian here in Jordan around 5 persons of a Christian. But thanks for God that Jordanian people, we live in a peace here. And the system in Jordan, if anyone, he will ask me, are you Christian or are you Muslims? And I know there is a bad reason for his question. All the time I answer that I am Jordanian. Because we live in a peace, so no need. We eat together, we visit each other, and we visit each other, yeah. So, my friends, don't worry. I will give you, after a few minutes, I will give you free time for a few minutes. Not for a long time. But let me inform you about what we have to do today. Today, my friends, we will start to visit the first city, the first place. It will be Madaba city. I think maybe some of you heard about Madaba city. Madaba city, it's very famous city in Jordan. It's a popular city in Jordan. Do you know why, my friends, Madaba is very famous city and popular city in Jordan? Do you know why?
No.
Can I tell you? The first reason, because I am from Madaba city. And by the way, my house, thank you, my house is not far away from the church which we have to visit today.
Okay.
No, don't look at me, I will not invite you to my house. It's a big group, I'm afraid that my wife, she will kick me out if I will do it. So next time, my friends, I will do it, okay? Because,
Yeah, sure.
yeah. And Madaba city, really, it's very famous city because it was written about it in the Bible. But before we reach Madaba city, I have to explain many things about Madaba city. After Madaba city, directly we have to go to Mount Nebo, and Mount Nebo is the place where Moses died there. But before, of course, then we will stop for the mosaic factory. Do you know the mosaic is small square stones with different colors?
Yes.
We will see how they make the original mosaic, something like this. And the very important, my friends, that the land which we have to visit today, really it's a holy land in Jordan. The holy land in Jordan because the first thing, it's already promised land. It's Mount Nebo, for example, it's already part from Canaan, the promised land, the holy land. But there is a wonderful reason. Because the sky, it was opened twice in that area which we have to visit today. The first time when Moses spoke with the God in the end of Mount Nebo, when he told him that, when Moses saw the promised land, but the God told him, you will see it, but you will not enter. The second time when the sky was open, it's very important for us because the Jordan River is not far away from Mount Nebo. And we remember when Jesus was baptized there, again the sky was open and white dove is coming from the sky. I think it's a wonderful reason to call the land which we have to visit today, it's a holy land in Jordan. And in the second way, because sometimes when I sit and I remember when I went to the church before when I was small child, I remember Father when he reading many chapters from the Bible. All the time he reading and he showing his finger, it was happened there, it was happened there. So now I can understand that each corner in Jordan there is many things that was happened there. So my friends, I think today we will finish the holy sites in Jordan side before tomorrow you have to leave, yeah?
So now you will check my information. You will check my information when we will reach Mount Nebo because I will explain many things from the Bible, something
Sure,
like
sure.
Yeah.
పిల్లం వస్తుంటే గాడిద మాట్లాడింది
But I hope that you enjoyed about the explanation.
ఇటు చెప్పించు ఇటు చెప్పించంటే సంఖ్యాకాండ 24లో ఇశ్రాయేల్ జీవించిన యెహోవా దృష్టికి మంచిదని పిల్లాము
We are in downtown of Madaba city.
మాదాబా సిటీ అంటే ఏమనుకున్నావు
ఏంటక్క మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి చెప్పు.
సంఖ్యాకాండ 24లో ఈ అమ్మాన్ రాజు పిలుస్తాడు ఇశ్రాయేల్ శపించడానికి
Is it the one with the talking donkey?
ఇశ్రాయేల్ ని శపించమని రాజుగారు పిలిచినప్పుడు అంటే ప్రతిదీ లిఖిత పూర్వకంగా చూపిస్తారు. అప్పుడు చూపించినప్పుడు ఇస్రాయేల్లో నక్షత్రం ఉదయించును, ఇస్రాయేల్లో రాజదండము తొలగదన్నది మోయాబు మైదానంలో మాట్లాడిన మాటలే. ఒకసారి చూద్దాం. సంఖ్యాకాండ 24 చూడు బాబు. 24:17. ఆయన చూచుచున్నాను కానీ ప్రస్తుతమును ఉన్నట్టు కాదు, ఆయన చూచుచున్నాను కానీ సమీపమును ఉన్నట్టు కాదు. నక్షత్రము యాకోబులో ఉదయించును, రాజదండము ఇశ్రాయేలు నుండి లేచును, అది మోయాబు.
ఇంకోటి ఏదన్నా అయ్యింది, ఇంకోటి ఏమొచ్చిందని ఇస్రాయేల్
ఏషావుకి ఇచ్చిన భూభాగం ఇది. అయితే ఆయన వచ్చి కలుసుకొని నేను ఏమంటాడంటే, నాకు కూడా దేవుడు చాలా ఇచ్చాడు, ఒకసారి శాస్త్రాలు అక్కడ బోర్డర్లు చెప్తాడు చూడ మొజాకుడు. అంటే మనం చూపించకపోవచ్చు కానీ
Don't try to enter the church, please.
El agua y la mota como cordón como parecidas son.
సో చిన్ని
ముందున్న వాళ్ళ ప్రశ్నలు అడుగుతారంటే పాఠం జాగ్రత్తగా.
Okay, my friends, again we'll come to Madaba city. You remember, as I told you, that in Madaba city we have to see inside the church, Greek Orthodox Church, we have to see the oldest mosaic map in all of the world. This map, it was built in the beginning of the 6th century, and before it was consist of 2 million of small square stones with different colors. But actually, many parts of our mosaic map was destroyed by earthquake, by local people, exactly nobody knows. By the way, it's a small copy because the original one inside the church, the longer around 16 meters will be. And especially we can see by numbers here, all of the locations written here by numbers. Just I want to show you, my friends, for example, we can see the Jordan area, the Dead Sea, the Jordan River, and we can see Israel and Palestine side, the Sinai Desert, small Sinai, and Nile Delta and Egypt. Especially, my friends, we can see, especially it was built for the pilgrim people, just not geographic map, to show them how to go to the promised land, to the holy places, something like this. The very important about the symbols here, we can see, for example, we can see in the Dead Sea there is 2 pots. They carry something showing how it was trade between Jordan and Palestine before. Yeah. And for example, the symbols here, we can see hand of a human here. Can you see it? In the back, I'm not sure, yeah? Can you see the hand? But
ఫ్లాష్ ఉండకూడదు.
పదండి 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 అందరికీ
రండి రండి రండి.
నటిస్తారా